I have gone to war, I mean, not literally, but metaphorically, war with public relations people to the point where, well, that's another story. In particular, one person at the New York City Police Department, right? Because they didn't like what I was writing. And I've also had PR people give me such great information, right? That no one knows they gave me. So it's a really big mix. The one thing that I would say is keep in mind at all times that the number one thought from public relations people is they don't want to get fired. And the easiest way for them to get fired is a negative story to come out, all right? So if you can, and sometimes they're amenable if you can do what's called a beat sweetener. Does anyone know what that is? Anyone heard that term, beat sweetener? So, for example, if you talk to a public relations person and they're not giving you information, you can say, look, let me ask you something. What is it that you guys really want to publicize right now? What's a good story? What is a good story that our readers would like to read that you might want out there? Let's work it that way. Let's rebuild this relationship, right? I'm open to telling a positive story if it's a good story, because I want you to trust me and understand that I'm not out to get you. I'm not trying to screw you over. I don't want to hurt you. I want stories. So why don't you give me a good story? And you know what? I'll tell you. Wow, that just went on in very loud fashion. It is a little hot in here, so I guess that's the air. Can we adjust the sound? Okay. So I know that there are outstanding public relations people, right? One of them is a friend of mine, Angela Montevenice, Angela Rubin. She went from the New York Post to a high position as head, I don't know what she's head of exactly, but she's a powerful person in the New York Public Library, right? She knows, she's a journalist. She knows how these things work. So one recommendation is a beat sweetener. Give me a good story that our readers would love to read about that you would like to be out there, right? It's got to be a good story. I'm not going to write some crappy story, but if you've got a really good story that you want out there, you tell me about it, right? That's one way to start gaining trust. Another is to say, look, I know how you feel about this. I don't want to hurt you. I promise you one thing, before I publish anything, I will absolutely tell you what's in the story. Now, you're not going to read the story to her. That I absolutely do not recommend. But say, look, okay, I promise you before I publish anything, I will go over every detail that I'm going to report. You will not be surprised by anything that's in any of my stories. You will know ahead of time. Just that, you would think, that's like journalistic kind of due diligence, right? But you would be surprised when you talk to public relations people, particularly ones that used to be reporters. Oh my God, they have a terrible view of reporters, right? Reporters do these like sleazy things all the time. They lie about what the story really is. Never ever lie. That's one of my rules. Don't tell them I'm going to do this positive story about this program and then you come out and you slam them. Why would you do that? Tell them the truth. I always feel like, and look, I've done a lot of investigative reporting. One of the things that happens when you have negative stuff on somebody is you have to reach them and say, look, this is what I'm going to say about you in tomorrow's paper, that you're a rapist, that you're a liar, that you're a cheat, you're a scoundrel, blah, blah. These are the things I'm telling you, right? Respond to each of them. Are you a rapist? Are you a liar? Are you a scoundrel? Did you steal from this person? Whatever it is, right? So if you're upfront with a publicist, I can tell you for a fact that one of my best sources is a lawyer. And this lawyer I called on a Friday to tell him that I was about to crush his client. Very high profile person whose name everyone knows. I'm about to write a terrible story about him. And he said, oh my God, oh. In this case, he's basically like in the position of a publicist. He's this guy's lawyer, but he knows that he's going to feel the weight of this once it comes out. And he said, oh my God, I'm not going to be able to reach my client. I know he's traveling. Can you hold off? I'm asking you, can you hold off? And I said, you know what? I will. I'll hold off because I want to hear what he has to say about this. And the fact that I held off and that I was willing to wait because I wanted to hear what his client had to say about this, turned him from somebody who was about to be clobbered by me in print because of his client to a source who secretly gave me all kinds of stuff. Okay? So you just have to you have to make the publicist feel like you're a straight shooter. And you can even say, look, I'm a straight shooter. I'm not going to lie to you. I will never lie to you. And in fact, I make a promise to you right now that I will never publish a story about your agency or your company without you knowing every detail in it beforehand. I make that promise to you. I'm not going to hide anything from you. That's going to make a publicist feel better and a little more comfortable.
If you're a journalist and need free and premium resources for your work, please visit thehatchinstitute.org. If you're a journalist and are in need of news archives and a database for finding people, go to expertaccess.org.